Stage 4 in the 2019 Overwatch League season. We are live in Los Angeles, where 7 teams will kick off their final stage today. The Toronto Defiant will need to live up to their name in Stage 4. Toronto has fallen back to 18th place, but the new 2-2-2 meta could give them a boost towards our season-long playoffs. They'll start today against one of 2 teams behind them in the standings, the Washington Justice. But the Justice have some serious damage dealers that could help them play spoiler here at Stage 4. Welcome, everybody, to the Watchpoint pre-show presented by State Farm. I'm your host, Chris Puckett, and I'm joined by the whole desk once again. We've got the wonderful Zoe, Bren, and Sideshow. It's day 2, the 2-2-2 roll-lock meta. Day 1 was pretty darn great. What are you guys looking forward to today?
Yeah, the same, and then some. I feel like we really got everything we asked for yesterday already, so it can only go up from here, right?
Hopefully. I mean, Dallas Fuel are playing, so you never know, right? I mean, I'm just going to go right.
You're throwing shade in the first minute of the show, Bren. First minute of the show.
Straight away,
I like
it's been off the top of my mind.
Josh, what are you looking forward to today?
I'm looking forward to seeing some of the teams that have previously been languishing at the bottom of the table hopefully have some new fire from their DPS players. I'm looking at Corey in particular, actually. I've heard great things about him.
Very tall lad.
It's going to be a good show. I'm looking forward to Washington, absolutely. And we have a huge show for you today, highlighted by one of our best Widowmaker 1v1 contests of all times. No, it's not, Bren. We got the teammates Gesture and Birdring of the London Spitfire, and they will battle it out on our Deadly Assassin in about 10 minutes from now. Fresh off his stopping of Bren during the All-Stars, Gesture will see if he can best his own teammate and one of the best Widows in the world, Birdring. After that exciting duel, we'll go back to the 6-on-6 format. With Toronto taking on Washington, the Dallas Fuel will play the London Spitfire, and we'll close out the night with the Philadelphia Fusion taking on the Chengdu Hunters. But the match of the day has to be that third one between Seoul and San Francisco. The 6th place Dynasty parted ways with damage dealer Munchkin earlier in the week, and they'll bring their leaner 10-man roster up against the Stage 2 champions, the San Francisco Shock. The 3rd place Shock have one of the deepest rosters in the league, especially when you look at the damage dealers. And as we look at the hero usage from day 1 of Stage 4, aka day 1 of Roll-Lock and Overwatch League, we see Orisa is shooting to the top of the list, while Widow, Hanzo, and Mei are the damage heroes making their debuts in the top 10 for this stage. Small sample size here, Sideshow, but how do you expect San Francisco to use their roster as the new meta develops?
Well, the first thing to look at is that Orisa, because previously it's been Smurf brought in whenever they wanted to go hardcore on that role. And also, a lot of the heroes being used don't really lend themselves to Sinatra's hero pool. So we could definitely see a scenario where both Super and Sinatra, the leadership figures for this team, are actually taken and dropped down to the bench, and San Francisco's shot could look wildly different. I think they'll start to rebuild around some of the very powerful damage dealers that they've had just languishing on the bench this entire time. I want to see Striker out there playing Widowmaker, and I want to see either Architect or Rascal fill in that flex role, play a lot of Mei, play some Hanzo. Either of them could do it, honestly, but this should be a very different look for the Shock, but as equally powerful, I think.
Bring back Architect. I'm ready, buddy. It's time to see you. Let's talk about the other side of things, though, Bren, because you have the Dynasty, a team that has been chock full of talent since the start of the Overwatch League. But what are your expectations for them now in Stage 4 with the 2-2-2 roll-lock?
Well, I want to take a look at this franchise across, honestly, the 2018 inaugural season and to now as well. Because when you think of Seoul Dynasty, this is a team that was supposed to be the pride of South Korea. There were players who put off contracts from better teams just so they had the opportunity to play for Seoul Dynasty. And you can always see throughout the league's history, they've never had the shining moment. They've never been an elite team, all things considered. Yes, they finish in the top, the upper half most times, but they've never really been up there to be competing with a lot of the teams like New York, like the Vancouver Titans now. And this is going to be a big opportunity now as we're moving into Stage 4 for them to prove themselves as an elite team. This is the first day of the rest of their lives almost as well, because we're going into the 2-2-2 roll-lock. This is what it's going to be from now until the end of time. And this is their opportunity now to really gain some momentum moving forward, potentially now make a run for the playoffs and really prove that they were the team they've always meant to be.
Yeah, and if we're looking at their roster, it's definitely a possibility for them. Now where we are in a meta where heroes such as Widowmaker are seeing a lot more playtime, having Fleta in your team seems to be pretty darn good. He was a standout Widowmaker in 2018. He was, I think, one of the best Widow players, so he's a great counter Widow as well, where I think he was just second to Saya player, so a very, very deadly opponent. Now, for the rest of the team, we also still have Illicit and Fitz, since Munchkin has been let go very recently. Both of those players are playing it pretty darn good. Hanzo, as for the Mei and any other DPS heroes or damage-dealing heroes, not quite sure who will be fielded over who. So this is going to be very map-specific again.
Illicit on Hanzo all day. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it, Illicit. As we saw yesterday, the damage dealers are popping off left and right so far in Stage 4. It's been a blast for us, for the fans, and most importantly, for the damage dealers themselves. Superstars EQO and Sinatra sat down to discuss how 222 Rollock opens up endless possibilities and why the change is a welcome one for the players.
EQO is a freak of nature on a variety of roles. I think his flexibility is second to none.
Sinatra's tearing it up right now. I mean,
absolutely unreal player. This is why I would have him as my MVP. These guys are freaks when it comes to the DPS.
Now that Rollock is implemented, 222 next stage, what heroes are you excited to play?
I would say probably Hanzo and maybe Genji if he gets better.
Of course. Mine would be Tracer because
for sure.
Yeah, because I'm a one trick, but yeah.
I know, just insane on Tracer.
I probably won't be playing that much considering we have Striker, but I mean, I have to relearn DPS for sure because I've been playing Zarya only. Like even in ranked, I'm playing Zarya only, so I have to relearn DPS.
Same for me, like
Brig Gel.
last meta, Brig Gel, so now it's like a path towards grinding DPS again.
Yeah, learning how to play with the team with DPS and stuff like that. Who do you think the best Widow in the league is?
I think Widow is like a special role. I think once you're good at Widow, then it depends a lot on how you think.
Bro. Just say Carpe.
I would say Carpe and DM.
Yeah,
both of them are just
I would say
insane.
Carpe, DM, and Striker.
Who do you think the best Tracer in the league is?
I would personally say Sabiobi or Striker. I think they're both the same exact level, and they're both like at a way different level than others.
I think I would say the same, Sabiobi and Striker.
Yeah.
I would think that Mei will probably show a lot more gameplay now.
Yeah. There's just a lot of like tricky things she can do that can help the team, especially in this meta that's happening
overall,
right
like,
now.
super high skill cap character, and I don't think there's like any way like anyone can master her in this stage, so we're gonna see a lot.
So coming into stage 4, what team do you think you're gonna be scared of?
I wouldn't say scared of, but I think Shanghai and London will be very formidable, especially because they have strong DPS players.
Yeah.
And London specifically have overall like a good roster, both like in tanks and DPS.
Yeah.
So I think they'll mesh well in this meta.
I agree with you, but I'll add on Philly because you're not gonna say it.
I'm not gonna say myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Philly because of the double sniper, and I'm gonna say New York because if they run dive and they have like Sabiobi on Tracer.
Scary for sure.
Yeah.
So you think after Shanghai won the finals, do you think they proved that damage dealers have a very huge impact towards like winning and the game overall?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say if it was last meta and we were playing goats and if we adjusted a little faster, we would have won. But yeah, DPS can make the difference. We've lost.
What's your Rollock hot take?
I think honestly Toronto will do pretty good next stage. I think they'll actually get like maybe 5 or 6 wins because they have Megachu and he's actually a really good Pharah, and they have Logix, and I actually think he's a pretty good Widowmaker. Yeah. So I think they can do pretty good things.
My hot take is Washington will go 7-0.
Okay, why?
I think
Corey's actually pretty good at Widow.
If
like,
Corey stays on Widow all the time.
That's true. That's true. He's
just put Corey on Widow and maybe he'll carry you to 7-0.
True.
Washington's going 7-0, I believe it. Now, we heard the boys mention they'll be returning to some of the comfortable hero picks we saw from them back in 2018. Here are the ranks from last season, taking all heroes into account. EQO was 6th in the entire league in hero damage per 10 minutes, and both players were in the top 25% in the league in most major metrics. After one day of Rollock, What's your excitement level for that action we're about to see here in stage 4, though, Brent?
Yeah, I think it's going to be dumblit, honestly, Paget. Like these
Dumblit?
players, these players are both phenomenal at their roles. Sinatra, he admitted in that interview, you know, he doesn't think he's going to be seeing much playtime. But EQO, I mean, this guy has been stuck on Brig. He's going to be breaking out of it now. We've seen, you know, a glimpse of what they're going to be running yesterday. I'm excited now once he gets a little bit more familiar back on those DPS roles. I really think Philly could be a very formidable team, as Sinatra was saying.
There you have it. That was a pretty awesome 1v1 interview between EQ and Sinatra, but coming up, it's time for the real 1v1 featuring Gesture and Birdring from the London Spitfire. Which sniper has the upper hand? We're about to find out next on the Watchpoint pre-show, presented by State Farm. The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, now connecting 99% of Overwatch League fans. Catch your league on America's network, T-Mobile. If that's the biggest Overwatch event of the year, this may be the second biggest. It's Gesture versus his teammate Birdring in the Widowmaker 1v1, and this one is gonna be wild, baby. When the battle gets underway, they'll play on the map Eco Point, Antarctica. Yeah, we're going down south. It's headshots only, no assault rifles, no capture points, and the first player to win 9 rounds gets to punch Brad in the tummy. Just kidding, kids. No, they just win the match. Without further ado, it's time to bring out our competitors, Gesture and Birdring. Yeah, these boys are looking fierce. Let's get it down to Danny Lim to see how these guys are preparing for the epic Widow Showdown.
Thanks, Bucket. Everybody, give it up for Gesture and Birdring one more time. Make some noise. Widow 1v1 happening right now. But before that, we have a quick interview. Let's ask Birdring first a quick question. You know, you've been known as one of the best DPS and also best Widowmakers in the league. Do you have anything you want to say to your friend and your teammate Gesture? 자, 제철 선수에게 한 말씀 부탁드릴게요.
경기 시작 전 그냥 가볍게 손 푼다는 느낌으로 가볍게 털고 가겠습니다.
I'm actually going to use this time to just like sort as a warm up before the match that we go into, so to sort of have fun. I'm just gonna chill and just defeat him. All right, Gesture, this is your second time playing the Widow 1v1. You went up against Bren last time and you totally destroyed him. Do you have any advice that you want to give to Birdring? 자, 아무래도 이번 위도우 1대1전이 또 제철 선수의 두 번째잖아요. 자, 아무래도 선배로서 위도우 1대1은 이렇게 해야 된다. 좀 조언 한마디 부탁드릴게요.
일단 뭐 버드링 선수가 한 번도 지금 리그에서 위도우 1대1 안 해봤기 때문에 긴장하지 말고 잘했으면 좋겠고 뭐 제가 졌으면 좋겠어요.
졌으면 좋겠다고요? 이기는 게 아니라? 알겠습니다. Alrighty, so yeah, Birdring, this is your first time playing the Widow 1v1 on stage, so just don't get too nervous. Just do your best, and I hope that I lose. That really didn't make sense, but that's what Gesture said. Why do you want to lose? 왜 졌으면 좋겠어요?
제가 이기면 경기에 지장이 가요.
So Gesture said that if he wins actually this Widow 1v1, it's going to affect today's match. London Spitfire's match. So that's why he wants to lose. One last question. Birdwing score prediction. 오늘 점수 예상 어떻게 될 것 같습니까?
3점 정도만 내주겠습니다. 9대 3.
9-3. 9-3. All right. Gesture, how about you?
제가 5점 정도 낼 것 같아요. 제가.
Gesture believes that he's going to actually take 5 points and still lose. Okay. Well, alrighty. Thank you guys, everybody. Our Gesture and Birdwing, please go have a seat. Good luck. Have fun. Let's get it.
This is gonna be amazing. Thank you, Danny. Birdring, Gesture taking their seats, and Brett, Gesture feels very much like you in the previous outing.
Yeah. I mean, all the pressure right now is on Birdring. So that's the one thing he's got coming into this match. Again, you got to remember if Gesture ends up winning, it's detrimental to the entirety of the London Spitfire season. Birdring's confidence shattered. This could be the pinnacle turning point at which London just currently go 0-7.
Now, Josh, we've seen a lot of hype on the internet leading up to this match. What did Gesture say on Twitter?
54 minutes ago, Gesture tweeted, "Time to bird hunting today." and Birdring responded with the zzz, noob. he wasn't having any of it.
Prime trash talk.
And here we go. It's time to kick this baby off. The 1v1 Widow, Gesture versus Birdring, London versus London. The Spitfire comes out on top.
Yeah, I'll give you some background information. This map is pretty good for the Widowmaker 1v1s. You got the pillar out, the spawn. You can see you can go for little jump shots here and there. Ooh. Dangerous angles to be taken here.
Bren, if you had to give us a predictor based on Gesture's performance against you and what you've seen from Birdring, who would you go with?
I think Gesture's going to 9-0.
9-0?
Yeah.
Are you just saying that because if Gesture defeats Birdring, then you don't look quite as bad?
Exactly.
Okay.
That's
Is that good?
He needs
Strategical
Birdring to
move?
get less than 2 kills, though. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Here is huge for Gesture. He's going to sacrifice it, though. Okay. Interesting maneuvers.
Unpredictable. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you just got to throw the other Widows off.
Now, my strategy in these is I usually like to go head right up close like this. You can throw off the enemies in the 1v1s.
You
It
can't
needs to
assault
hit
rifle.
one shot, lad.
Nice reload. The ducky reload always works.
Send out the Venom Mine just for the BM factor. Doesn't do
No,
any damage.
that one's going to connect. Birdring, first on the scoreboard.
That was a long first round.
Yeah.
Both players feeling each other out, just seeing what the movement mechanics are like, their dodging preferences. Do they zig? Do they zag? Do they zog?
I mean, they're usually playing with each other, so I guess their read on each other's Widowmaker might be, not quite there yet. I definitely see Gesture coming out a little bit more in the open than Birdring does, being a little bit more careful.
Oh, Birdring down to 49 health. Gesture looking to tie this one up at 1 apiece.
Birdring best be sweating right now. 49 HP, he doesn't even need the fully charged shot. Just a little quick scope will do it, bro. He's out in the open. He's going to give him the jukes to 180.
Whoa,
The DPI's 1-1. We're going the distance. I'm sorry, ESPN. We're going to be late for the match.
Gesture in professional games has never been killed as a Widowmaker.
That's true, actually. Oh, my word. I'm telling you, baby.
Who's got
He's
the
giving
lead?
a look.
Check the scoreboard. Check the scoreboard. It's Gesture in the lead.
Looking at Gesture's face, he can barely believe it
He's
himself.
typing
this
in
is
the
happening
chat
right now.
They might be colluding.
Zoe, do you want to give the winner or the loser a lemon to bite into?
I mean, I like lemons, so the winner, I guess, should have it, but I guess not everyone works that way. And I think Gesture didn't like his, so, whatever happened.
He is absolutely dominating right now. I think he's in his head run 3.
Oh,
my goodness!
Is that 3 in a row? He's not even eating up. He's on fire, Brett.
I don't believe what I'm witnessing here. I mean, again, remember, everybody, if Gesture ends up winning this, I am redeemed and technically better than Birdring. By transitive
That's
properties,
absolutely
not true.
not
I am a
how
better
this works.
Widowmaker.
This
By
is, I'm not
transitive
sure if Gesture is doing this right. Just like he said in the pre-game interview, like he's booming his teammate. Birdring has to go up on stage afterwards and trying to defeat a real opponent.
He's playing May later. It's totally fine. There is Birdring. Back to the Birdring that we know and love. 3-2.
You never know. If Gesture ends up winning this, I mean, they might make a last-minute coaching decision. Gesture plays DPS, Birdring gets on the tank wall.
Yeah, it
Everything's
could certainly
possible,
happen.
yeah.
You never know.
How do you think Birdring's a
Okay,
go.
so Birdring said he was just warming up.
Yeah.
You know, he's treating it as a warm-up. He gave Gesture those first 3 kills, and now he's about to come back and show him what the real Widowmaker is.
They learn from Baby Band. You know, you just play with your food.
Yeah.
Gesture's definitely worried, I think. He keeps looking over at Birdring. He's like, have I mentally boomed him too far? He's like,
Have I gone
I've got to
too
check
far?
on him. You know, he's typing in the chat saying no hard feelings.
when you have to worry about your teammates' mental in a 1v1.
Hit your shot, Birdring.
Birdring's got a very kind of flicky, inconsistent style of Widowmaker. We know this from...
Oh my word.
What is that angle?
All right, Birdring full panic mode right now. He's typing in the chat. Hey, just let me get a couple of rounds, yeah? Please, please.
Please, come on.
Listen,
It's 4 in a row.
he's currently in contract negotiations for next year. This can't be happening.
Hey, this is Ryzen Gesture stock. He's fighting for every penny right now.
Do you think if London Spitfire added Mano and moved Gesture to DPS, they'd be a better team?
Hot take, but all right.
Not gonna comment on that.
Wow.
Oh, this is where it gets tricky.
They're
You never
touching
know
noses.
which way it's gonna go. The 1v1's up close.
And Birdring wins the French kiss.
Yeah, see, that is Brent's forte, definitely not
Yes.
gestures.
Yep, it is. I love the up-close battle. It usually throws better players off.
Oh yeah, is that it?
Yeah.
Closing the gap for the hitbox is massive. It's really how you
That's where
determine the
real
ultimate
difficulty
test of
lies.
skill. All right, Birdring starting to get the timing down, or is he? The second peak is punished. Nothing but brain, son. Gesture reclaiming the lead. He is halfway to victory, 5-4. Zoe, who wins this round? Call it now.
Birdring.
Nice.
Thanks, Bucky.
I don't know about that. That's a risky jump shot. Again, you're up in the air for quite some time.
Birdring is like Tony Hawk, though. He's just landing a 1080, waiting for his grapple, go at it again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Tony
he's the
Hawk,
great-
well known for his grappling hooks.
Closing the distance.
Oh, the ring.
Rings out
That's
from behind the
stylish.
corner.
5-5er. This is getting tight.
It's going the distance.
So both players are not backing down. I love this 1v1 style. They're just challenging right away and then fighting until the last shot is hit.
Gesture is getting a little bit slow.
Oh, my word.
When it comes
He's got
to
some time to think about that last movement.
When it comes to the battles in the air, Birdring has won 3 out of 3 so far. So Gesture needs to keep these weird angles going and abuse vision
But
to
at
be
the
able to
same
win.
time, I can see Gestures considering, do I end this man's whole career? I'm not a rapper, is what he's thinking to himself. I'm not a rapper.
I'm not a
But-
Widow player.
I'm not a Widow player. But does he want to end Birdring's career right here? And again, you can see, stop going for the jump shots.
Oh,
Great little shot from Birdring,
right?
You can see that.
That's big
making it
aggressive
flick.
grapple.
Okay, all right.
Pretty crispy. No wrist injuries here. Birdring taking the lead 7-5.
That's 3 in a row now for Birdring. I've been keeping track on a napkin.
He's heating up.
Birdring on your screen once again, looking for the 4-peat.
Yeah, 2 more points. Birdring, he's going to be winning it.
Gesture did say he would only get 5 in this matchup. If Birdring takes the next 2, that'll certainly be the case. Taking a weird angle, though. That's worked for Gesture so far.
Uh-oh. I mean, this might be it.
Oh,
You get
Birdring's
hit
warm.
once,
Birdring's
the
warm.
mental is crumbled.
Yeah, Gesture a little bit indecisive right now. He's playing a lot more passive than he should be. Birdring is coming in a lot more aggressive. I feel like Gesture was a little bit more in Birdring's face earlier on in this 1v1.
You know what they say,
Match
so
point for Birdring.
Match point.
Overwatch is a team game. It's not just down to these players. It's all about how the rest... Wait a second.
Oh, yeah. All right, here we go, Birdring.
baby.
Close it out, 9-5.
Look at this though, the
where
position
he
from
is.
Birdring. He's playing it so well. He's going to drop down to the low ground. He thinks he knows where he is. Good awareness.
Who's got more patience here? That's the real
Can't
question.
shoot through that. That is a physical object.
Just baiting them in. Baiting them in.
Oh, the up-close battle, though. We've seen Birdring take these. That's where he's got the advantage.
Gesture just did the Reaper teleport with
Game
Widowmaker.
of chicken is going on here.
It's all down to reaction times at this point.
Quick and stick it. There it is! Birdring connecting. 5 straight kills to take this one 9-5. But what a showing from Gesture. Woo! One of the best Widowmaker main takes we have
Absolutely.
in the Overwatch League.
And I mean, we gotta be real here. Gesture is the real winner as he did the prediction,
He
right?
did,
And that's all
yes.
that matters.
He
Yeah.
did predict 9-5 as a scoreline that he would lose.
Almost like he gave it to Birdring.
Ladies and gentlemen,
with the
make
No
some
way.
noise for our players one more time. We just saw Gesture and Birdring against each other in the epic Widow 1v1. But later tonight, they'll team up with the rest of the London Spitfire as they try to begin their run back to a grand finals. Can the reigning champs rise again? We'll tell you next on the Watchpoint pre-show presented by State Farm. The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
Sinatra and Tyler controlled the point.
Here it is. Flash gonna drop in. There was no trick open to save them at 4. Yep. Flatter knew where he had to be, and Trick Open looks around with dismay. You can't be everywhere at once, but someone had to stop the barrage with a nano boost. It was never going to happen.
For a big fight. Yeah, looking for the shot, misses on the Violet. An absolutely crucial pick if he can find it. Full hog from Youngjin though. We'll just take down Rascal, now pushes up, looks for Super. And they will be able to find that pick. Youngjin's going to be pulled in. Wraps around, he does the 180 hook on the block.
It's always good.
It's all like we just saw. Valiant wasting no time and jumping right back in there for the aggression. Great move on the Goose Wave. Send into the team, but they've got the grab. Oh man, we've seen that one before. And that is going to be a 4K with the Dragon Strike.
With so much fighting close up. Oh, are you kidding me? An amplification matrix already, and here comes San Francisco. What a shatter! Oh. They called the shock for nothing, Matt.
Come in at the last moment. Luffy lining it up. Coma on the Moira now. Here comes DM. The EMP could be the difference maker. Gets it off. And there's the ding with the barrage. EMP barrage will deliver.
Coca-Cola is the official refreshment of the Overwatch League. There are no stage playoffs in Stage 4, so the race now is to get into the top 12 to have a shot at our grand finals. Vancouver is the only team to have clinched top 6 for the automatic playoff berth, while New York and San Francisco have clinched the top 12 for at least the 7 through 12 play-in tournament. Now, we saw New York try and lock up their spot against Gladiators yesterday, but today, let's see where the analysts are going. Looks like we've got it split here. So inside, she'll go with Toronto. Bren's taking Washington. We've got London across the board. Same thing with San Francisco, but it's Zoe versus Bren. 30-second face-off. Let's get it done.
All right. Well,
Hey, friend.
I went
You
with
go
Washington,
first.
right? Didn't I? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
you did.
Here's the business of Washington that people don't know. Corey, potentially one of the best Widowmakers in the league, but never had the opportunity to prove it. Going into a Widowmaker meta game. Here's the thing. Toronto looking a bit shaky. I think they're going to be taking it
All
a
right,
bit
you're up.
easy. They got the
Now your
easiest
time
schedule in
is your
Stage
time
4.
is-
This isn't
is
how
up.
it works.
Your time
This
is
is how it
that's
works
exactly.
before.
Each of us has 15 seconds.
We both
Bren.
talk 30
also,
seconds.
You only have Corey. What about the rest of the team? He can only carry so much.
They're getting there. Stratus coming back in as
Guys,
well.
we are
Great
all
team.
out of time. Thank you so much for watching the Watchpoint pre-show. Enjoy the games.